DFS Show with Jon Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Playbook Preview Show. We are looking at the Monday 7-game DraftKings main slate. No 10 p.m. games on this DraftKings slate. So if you wanted to play Luka Doncic, go play on FanDuel. Can't do it. Can't do it on DraftKings. They won't let you. This slate ends.
Or play the two-game late slate.
You know, honestly, probably the Showdown Playbook we do. I think Keith is on it, or it could be me. I think it's Keith on the Showdown Play. Actually, it's Grande. I think Grande's on the Showdown Playbook for Monday.
That was a wild ride there.
There's only 3 of us to do the articles, so it's going to be one of them. I had to set everybody's name. Pretty sure probably end up hitting the Lakers in that one, but either way, we'll have it covered for you guys. This slate, however, has Nikola Jokic, has Giannis, has Cade up over $10,000 as your top 3 priced players. Obviously, the post-lock rule out from Giannis a few games ago. Bounced back, went 26 and 11 and 8 in 32 minutes in a loss to Sacramento. So he seemed fine, but is currently at least probable rather, for that game against the Pacers.
He also was in a. Did you see he rescued a woman from a grocery store?
I saw that. Someone's getting robbed or something.
He got an elbow. I can't imagine someone's elbow being able to reach that high.
Yeah.
So you got to get your elbow really extended up there, you know? He's tall.
Yeah, he's tall. Was it Wemby robbing the store? Like, what was going on? All right. So anyways, those are your 10K and above guys. We'll talk about the matchups. Got a couple teams on back-to-backs. We have some really bad defensive teams on this slate. We'll see if there's any other surprise rule-outs or not. But Cade is 10K is your top guy up against Memphis. No John Morant in this one. As he
No, he only had a 1-game suspension.
Well, 1-game suspension. We'll see if he actually returns or not. Right?
Yeah, I think the conversation, at least what Shams reported, was that he's going to be available.
Okay.
After. I am under the assumption that John Morant plays this game until we hear differently.
Good news. We have a live show at 5:00.
We do, and we will have multiple injury reports by then.
We certainly will. So Cade, Ja, I guess we'll go on the assumption that he will play. Brunson versus Washington at $8,800. Knicks blew out the Bulls tonight. So they have that on a back-to-back. Murray, 79. We're in the 7K range here. Thompson, White, George rounding out the top 6 guards here. Again, obviously Cade against Memphis at 10K is a pretty nice play, but can you afford to pay 10K for Cade when you're going to try and probably play Giannis or Jokic on this slate?
I think this is interesting because I might, with the matchup and the way that Cade has played after getting off to kind of a slow start, I might put him in that same category as those two. I think as a baseline, if you get the peak Jokic game or the peak Giannis game, their ceilings are higher.
Mm-hmm.
But this version of Cade and the version of Jalen Duren that we're going to talk about shortly are unstoppable.
We're going to get teased by Jalen Duren, I feel like, again. Like, we go through these runs. We're like, this is the biggest breakout play, 2 years ago. Was it, right? He started off.
Yeah, and then he got hurt after this. He got hurt after 10-game stretch. He's never scored, though, the way that he scored these last 2 games.
18 assists for Cade. So
yeah, I think Cade presents a lot of opportunity. We've run into this a lot lately with the Jokic Giannis. It's all going to depend on the value that's available to us, because if there's easy value to get to, then it might not matter. You can just get to Jokic or Giannis. But Cade, the opportunity to get to Cade plus someone else is easier, obviously.
Sure.
So I really like Cade. This game, what is it? 236.5 implied points. Yeah, 236.5 implied points. Memphis, second leg of a back-to-back. They've been terrible defensively. 22nd going into Sunday, and then they couldn't stop the Raptors.
I'm shocked, honestly, that it's a 4-point spread.
It's just Memphis at home, and Ja's projected to play.
Sure.
They've been fine with Ja, right? Other than when he clearly, if you watched, I mean, it was an embarrassment. Obviously, that whole whatever was happening was an embarrassment.
I
But
mean, he said the coach said he'd be better off not playing him, right?
yeah, go talk to the coaching staff.
Yeah.
But like, so I love Cade. I would play Ja a little indifferent about it, but we know he has a high ceiling.
Sure.
Brunson has been pretty incredible after his first game. Newsflash to everyone that ever doubted Jalen Brunson. Super good at basketball.
Yeah.
Super elite at scoring the basketball specifically.
Good matchup.
Good matchup. Great matchup. Elite matchup. Jamal Murray's probable. Played through the calf the other day. I wonder, what it's so weird sometimes with calf injuries because, he was questionable, played a lot, and now he's probable. Just better, was it? I don't know. But if he's going to play, it's a really good spot. Love Amen Thompson here. The role that for Amen Thompson lately has been tremendous. I mean, just tremendous.
I mean, he could also just very well finally be getting comfortable in his point guard role, right?
Yes.
It took him a little bit, get the feel, how to run the offense, and next thing you know, he's out here, looking good.
Yeah, I wanted to look up quickly. I wanted to see where, especially over these last 3 games, I wanted to see where he was ranking for potential assists and stuff. He's actually still behind Şengün. Şengün actually leads the team in potentials.
Another great facilitator on that.
Yeah, great facilitator. Just like we always knew he would be. And by we, I mean me. But yeah, I really like Amen Thompson 73. Derek White still hasn't made a shot to this point in time.
Could be down.
I am really thinking that the Utah spot is the one, John. That's the one for me. I think we get the made shots for Derek White. Utah. Book it. Derek White blow-up game. Where were you? That's going to be the tweet. Where were you when Derek White made 10 threes? He's too good. He's too good of a basketball player to be doing this.
Sure.
Just point, this is kind of what it is. He's just too good of a basketball player to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Keontae George has been a very good basketball player from the moment the season started until now. Didn't change on Sunday despite the blowout. 25 and 7 for Keontae. Continues to just be awesome getting to the foul line.
I was saying they left him out. Him and Markkanen played just in the blowout.
In the blowout. Yeah, they just played in the blowout. Yeah. But he just continues to be awesome. Another 40 fantasy points. It's a good spot. I will say it's not the Boston defense that has necessarily let them down. They are amongst the top half of the league in defense. They are literally dead even in offense. So it is a tougher spot than he's had previously. He's gotten Phoenix twice and Charlotte once, but yeah, it's a good spot for Keontae 71. It's a good range from Cade down to Keontae. I don't know. Jamal is probably the lowest on the totem pole. Ja is probably the lowest on the totem pole, but even Murray, coming into that game probable against Sacramento, it's a good spot.
Sure. Next tier down, Flag 69, DDV 68. Pritchard picking up a little bit, $6,300 for him, and then you got Westbrook at $6K.
Yeah, I mean, this is easily the Russell Westbrook tier. If Dennis Schroeder ends up sitting, then it would be Russell Westbrook's the highest roster player of the slate. They did not start him against the Bucks, but he started the second half and played all the minutes. So you got to assume it's just Westbrook's time anyway.
Okay. Anything else?
At point guard or in that tier?
Yeah, well, I mean, that tier, obviously below we have Rollins that we want to talk about at 58. Russell's 57. Simons look pretty good. So, I mean, 5K is pretty good here.
Yeah, I think CJ is kind of fallen by the wayside with Koulibaly back, and also Middleton's also hurt. So I don't know, maybe CJ. Rollins looks really good against Indiana here. Indiana is obviously trying their hardest. They just don't have able bodies. I mean, they did win against Golden State, which was super surprising. We'll get to why they won
Yeah.
here shortly. Probably like you have to like the Ryan Rollins experience. The minutes are great, the points are great, the assists are great. He was known for defense and stealing body wash.
Sure.
So, and it's really flipped where, yeah, he may have stolen that body wash that one time, but look at how good he is on the basketball court, not playing defense now. So, have to love Rollins in this spot. D'Lo's interesting because they need offense. I told you they are a bad offensive team,
Sure.
and that my opinion hasn't changed on that. But D'Lo is one of the only players, especially with Anthony Davis out, that can be someone who gets you a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need a bucket, put the ball in D'Lo's hands and run some type of action. That guy is at the top of the list for the Mavs. So I'm okay with it. It's just the matchup is a nightmare. But in tournaments, we're nearing the Isaiah Collier return.
Saw that.
Could possibly be Monday. I guess we'll see. But that's something to obviously monitor. I'm happy to see Anthony Simons' price where it is because he had no business ever being any higher.
Okay. Yeah.
And like, I'm not gonna just not play him because he was bad against Houston. That's gonna happen to a lot of people. I would be a little interested at 5,300, like slightly, probably more than I've been.
Yeah, he's paid it off twice, obviously. If he was at 5,300 and kind of given what he scored, but he's always very live. He comes on the floor and shoots. You can see the volume. So
I would just have a problem like if you play Simons and that's like at the expense of Quentin Jackson.
Sure.
Because I've played Quentin Jackson in back-to-back slates now, John.
That's worked out for you.
It has. Now the whole field was in on him in the Golden State game. So I wasn't alone. I played him in he got the start Halloween night, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. He's very. I said this to you when we were having our Ray J. Dennis discussion, like a few slates back when Quentin Jackson was activated.
Yeah,
that he was playing ahead of like all the other backup point guards during the preseason, and then just got hurt. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think the intent was Quentin Jackson's their backup, and Ray J. Dennis is not.
Right.
And
they also probably hope they never had to get to Quentin Jackson with all the injuries that they had.
Well, I think Quentin Jackson. Well, I guess because McConnell. Okay,
McConnell, right? Yeah.
Once McConnell goes down, Quentin Jackson was like
the guy.
A guy.
Yeah.
Ray J. Dennis was the guy behind the guy behind the guy.
Yeah.
So I think that there's just a clear gap between those two. Also, Dennis might not play. He's also listed as questionable. So it's just all systems go for Quentin Jackson here at 4,700. And we're going to wake up and he's going to be 45% rostered. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. It's just kind of a good spot.
McClung DNP'd.
Yeah, they brought Furphy's back. So
if there's no Ja, obviously Cam Spencer would be pretty popular.
Yeah, it was a brutal shooting night from Cam Spencer, but he did everything else pretty well. Like 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. That's like Cam Spencer in a nutshell. He's just kind of a dog.
Sure. Shooting guard. Keontae George is $7,100. Talked about him already. Keyshawn George, $6,800 shooting guard only. Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges, top group there.
Yeah, I mean, we talked Keontae. Keyshawn, in no surprise. Dude, it's just
the fouls are a thing here, right?
Yeah, he's fouling He's so aggressive. I probably just can't get there. It just feels a little too pricey. Empty buckets, Cam Thomas with another really wonderful performance from him. 29 1 1. Coach says nobody cares. Literally nobody. He doesn't care. So, I'm sure he'll have another good buckets getting game and do nothing else. Mikal Bridges, I wrote this up in the playbook. He didn't have the best game. Has been super good this year. The assists have been great. The rebounds have been great. Just very good season. Really great matchup. I'd be good with some Mikal. We talked Peyton. We talked Westbrook. I wonder what Cedric Coward's run looks like with Ja. Probably like mid to high 20s. Probably just like get this guy as much run as possible. He's
Sure.
If Ja plays, I'm less likely to get there at 57, but he's been undeniably good.
Yeah. Any other value down here? 5K Christian Brown. Mentioned Jackson can be played here. Trey Johnson's the guy you and I always just consider to be a bucket. Anything stand out to you?
Duncan Robinson hasn't missed a shot in a couple games, and we know he
goes stretching. Yeah, I mean, listen, if Cade's 18 assists, Duncan Robinson's probably going to have some threes.
I mean, Malik Beasley had one of the 5 best 3-point shot shooting seasons of all time last year.
I mean, when you're betting your threes every day,
right, yeah. Duncan at 45, I think is fine. Sorry, I'm unable to breathe through my nose right now.
Okay.
Just fighting through it. AJ Green is a guy who can make shots and get super hot from 3, $4,100, but it's not exciting. Where is the Tyrese Martin price? He was terrible on Sunday, but it's worth just mentioning he hadn't been terrible coming into that game.
Terrence Mann was really good in that game.
They started. Yeah, Terrence Mann was very good. They started Tyrese Martin at point guard.
Okay.
So I don't know if they'll do it again.
As I say, but wasn't a great first run.
Could they just go to Yegor? Could they go back to Serif, who they DMP'd? They could.
Just let Michael Porter Jr. run point.
No, that sounds.
He talks. He's got all the experience. At the league, and he knows how to win at this level.
Yeah, coach talking about people not playing hard. Exactly what they want. Michael Porter to run point guard.
Okay. Anything else here at shooting guard?
No.
Okay. Small forward we go. Kevin Durant, $8,600. Jaylen Brown versus Utah at home at $8,300. Might just click that now. Laurie at $8,100. Gonna get the Josh Minott treatment there.
It might not matter though.
It might not matter because he also hasn't mattered in the last couple of games either. Shocker. It didn't carry over. I guess we'll see what Levine here, $7,700. What's his questionable tag at? Lower back soreness.
He's
scoring all those points.
He usually plays through injury. He's a big time injury report.
30 a night for exactly.
Yeah, he's been good. No, he's been very good. It's a good tier. I probably can't justify right now getting to Durant at 86. I think it's fine. I just don't think it's gonna. Where does he rank in priority for you on Houston? 3rd?
Yeah, probably.
Just fantasy. I'm not saying he obviously matters maybe as much as any player on Houston, but from fantasy perspective, how can he do anything with Şengün and Ahmed Thompson doing what they're doing? So yeah, KD. Actually, I think Jabari. I believe Jabari Smith is questionable in this game too. So maybe we get to KD.
Otherwise, we're all in on Tyrese in that game.
Yeah, or a Kogi, and we'll talk about it because that's also a monster spread. So could be some more Reed Shepherd in our lives. But I think this top 4 looks really good. with Durant looking kind of the worst.
Yeah.
No offense to him, but like Jalen's given buckets, and also the ball's kind of just in his hands more than it is for Kevin Durant. Markkanen has a 30% usage rate and is averaging 33 points per game,
And
which
again,
is
importantly, played 33 minutes and a 20-point loss today.
yep,
So
yep. He's been cooking, and you mentioned Levine. Now, like we're not getting anything, and it's not going to get any better for Levine because he's playing with two players that are historically good at those things in Sabonis and Westbrook on the same team. Like, how is Levine ever going to do anything other than score? But those two people also pass the ball better than most people in the game. So the scoring probably continues.
yeah, I would like him to be like $500 less expensive.
Yes, he is priced appropriately. No discount whatsoever.
No discount. Like OG and PJ, I don't want PJ Washington versus Houston. OG's fine against Washington.
Yeah.
But next year's we have McDaniels versus Brooklyn, Asor versus Memphis, Neesmith, Coward we've talked about, Jerice. Like this is a much better spot to be in.
Yeah, this is the all foul team. McDaniels, Thompson, Neesmith. It's the all first team fouls. I'm just kidding. Asar's been better. No, Asar's been so much better. McDaniels
when he didn't foul out,
dude.
Even when he did, still 27 fantasy points.
Dude, imagine being Jaden McDaniels and having those two games and they lose.
I know.
And then your coach comes out and says you need to do more defensively.
I mean, that could be true.
Yep.
Right? Like, hey, we don't need you scoring 30 and 25. We need you stopping Luka from scoring 45. You know?
They need both, I would say, but I would say they need the defense more. They definitely need the scoring because there's no Ant.
Yeah.
But they definitely need the defense more than anything because that's what he does. That's like his thing. So, yeah, I think 64 is actually not a bad. Minnesota is in the best spot on the board. That's it. Like, we didn't talk Mike Conley. He's been pretty good lately. DDV is expensive, but like they are just in the best spot. Period. That's it. Brooklyn is the worst defensive team probably ever. Their coach literally said they're not trying.
Yeah.
That's what they said after 6 games. But yeah, this tier is good. McDaniels, Thompson. We've talked Neesmith a couple times, John. Guy didn't make shots. And oh, buddy, did he make a lot of shots in that Golden State game? That's what Aaron Neesmith can do. He can just make shots. So 5,900, I'd be okay with playing Aaron Neesmith because you know why? No one's going to play him again.
Yep.
No one's played him for 2 straight slates. And it's like the Derek White thing. We've watched Aaron Neesmith shoot 40% from 3 or better in back-to-back years and get paid. He's not a bad player. He just hasn't. And now we're getting more opportunity.
Like we would actually expect more defensive stats out of him.
More defensive stats. Honestly, if the offensive stats are there, I don't care. You know, like just keep taking 17, 16, and 19 shots, Aaron.
Sure. Mentioned Jerice is there. Jalen Wells is $5,300. Tari Eason, as we talked about, if guys are out for Houston, he's 46.
Oh yeah, he would start and be very good.
Anything else for value?
Trent, like last piece in, you mentioned Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann has actually had a really good stretch. You want to talk about playing defense? There's a reason why his minutes are trending the way they are. He's the only one doing it. So Terrence Mann does, even though it's like we know he has not been a good offensive player. That could change. Game. That one dude, that 37-point playoff game was the most insane thing of all time. 4,100 is not the worst. You can play Martin here. I guess. What do we make? We'll talk Hendricks at power forward. I don't think so. Furphy played a bunch of minutes the other day. Maybe you want to get to Furphy, 3,200. I know he wasn't great, but they like him. He's super athletic, like freakishly athletic.
Okay. I was gonna say you get game theory Hugo Gonzalez, but probably not. No. To be way too risky. Yeah. Giannis 11-8. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great spot for him. I mean,
Yeah, play Giannis. If you're happy with getting to Giannis, then like if you're like, yeah, I can make a comfortable build with Giannis. Okay,
right?
great. I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll be satisfied
Be,
by
be,
it.
be happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Other side of that matchup, you have Siakam at $9,500 now.
super good at basketball.
Good play. Randall versus Brooklyn. I know we both like.
Yeah, this is going to be the chalky one too. Everyone's going to go to Randall, and they should. I'm just straight up saying they should. Brooklyn, team to himself. He has 30 in 3 of his last 4. Dude. This is Knicks pre Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle all over again, and he was very good fantasy player
Actually
then.
hitting his threes.
Dude, we don't need to go down this road again. Guy's been super good for Minnesota for like a pretty long time now. Complete narrative switch for Julius Randle. It's a lock and load play in like cash and single entry and whatnot. Towns is probably just as good too, coming off 2 really good games for him. The usage was dipping for him, and now he's like, actually, I'm better than everyone else.
He's a great player.
I can get to the free throw line whenever I want. Yeah, it's great.
I mean, Michael Porter Jr. obviously has 17.17 rebound game today, so
yep, and he has two 30 bombs this year.
Yeah, just very capable of going off whenever he feels like it. Apparently, you were commenting on Koulibaly the other day. Said the Koulibaly is coming for everybody.
Yep,
27 minutes in that next game, so we did get increased minutes. Obviously, they got just blown out by Orlando. Would you play him at 57?
Yeah, I mean the role is pretty good. He had a really high usage rate in game 1. It was just under 20% in his second game. Super elite defensive player. He's going to have the Jalen Brunson assignment. It's just what it is. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot running through Bilal Koulibaly, and I think the leap is here. So again, when we're factoring in like, especially when you mentioned there was a blowout, and we're factoring in people returning from injuries, he had a thumb. He had a thumb. His cardio and conditioning should be more than could ramp up very fast.
Sure. Again, down here, there's Hart, Jabari, Naz Reid in this crew. And then you have kind of your 5K and other plays. Minot, Isaiah Stewart's had some decent games off the bench. Tari Easton's down here. Anything else? You mentioned you want to talk Hendricks. He started at $3,400.
Yeah, they started him. Got off to kind of a slow start. I feel like we've had conversations about him a couple times, like in the past. When you think about Utah, obviously you don't think anything positively, but he was a lottery pick 2 years ago, played 3 games last year, broke his leg.
Yeah. Crazy. Running down the
court, fractures his leg, misses the whole year. And then he had a really good preseason. And like Utah's running this like wild Filipowski lineup with Markkanen at the 3, and it's just awful because Filipowski can't defend anything. And then Walker Kessler gets hurt, and he's not going to play for a little bit. And they decide, well, we could play Nurkic. Let's play this more athletic wing in Taylor Hendricks that has played well in the preseason and has been a lottery pick and has like more skills than Filipowski. And he has a really good game in his first start. My expectation would be if another one of those ownership is high because he actually played a bunch of minutes type thing, and we're probably going to see him re-enter the starting lineup. So, he's not going to be a high usage guy, but he's a good rebounder. He can space the floor, and he's super free in potentially a starting lineup. So, yeah, I think Taylor Hendricks should pop pretty early on in the projections. And if and when we get lineups, which the good thing is they're not in Utah in this one, so we'll get that. That's only two games we'll have played by the time Utah Boston kicks off. Hopefully we get the Hendricks or the Utah starting lineup and Hendricks is involved again.
Okay. Is there anybody else at power forward you want to talk about?
I don't think there's anything we need to talk about.
Center we go. Nikola Jokic is $12K. Alperen Şengün is $9,300. Sabonis is $89, and then Duren is just $7,000. Your top four priced centers on this slate. Obviously, Jokic is Jokic. We don't need to expand on why you can play this man whenever you want to. Very good at basketball. Good at what he does.
Might be considered the best to play basketball right now.
Light version of Jokic, Alperen Şengün, also very capable of triple doubling.
Do you think that he's now Charmeleon and Sabonis is Charmander?
Sabonis has never really feel like that's the direction they're going. Right?
But dude, this player Şengün is a monster.
You never got defensive numbers with Sabonis. You're getting Sabonis is truthfully a power forward that they play at center.
Yes.
Şengün is just I guess now Şengün at times is a power forward. They're playing it. There's a center they're playing at power forward depending on the lineup, but Şengün's great.
I'm not gonna go full. I would almost rather play Şengün than Jokic.
Sure.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say that, but
it's a lot easier to play Şengün and Cade together than it is Jokic and Cade.
It looks quite good.
Speaking of Detroit,
dude. Oh boy, dude, he just look at the games that he's been extended in.
Yeah.
Every game he's been extended in, he looks like a superhero, dude.
Yeah.
24.
Go ahead.
24 and 18, 21 and 13, 33 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the made free throws for Jalen Duren. Dude.
I know.
You want to talk about evolution.
The Orlando matchup is certainly impressive. Dallas and Boston, impressive from a pure statistical standpoint. The matchup was as easy as I think you're going to find probably, though. They had a 15-minute Daniel Gafford out there who I think was intentionally taking fouls when it was his time to get off the floor.
Gafford and Dwight Powell.
Yeah. So Duren had more total rebounds than those two had rebound chances in that game. I actually just looked up the rebound chances for Gafford and Powell. Gafford had 11. Duren had and Powell had 12. Duren had 10 actual rebounds in that game. So elite rebounding spot. And again, Gafford in his 18 minutes still had 4 fouls. So was an elite spot for him. That said, what is Memphis putting out there?
Jock Landale,
Sandy Aldama, Jaren Jackson, who's never afraid to hack somebody. So could very well be just another spot where Duren can go out there and just play a little bully ball. He is also someone that does get into foul trouble at times and takes him off the floor. Yes. If they go Aldama and Triple J, they can stretch the floor on him. So maybe that makes them go smaller or Stewart instead of Duren out there. But I mean, $7K is a phenomenal price tag for what we're getting out of him right now.
For the ceiling, it's not even. It doesn't he is such a good tournament play. Such a good tournament play. Yeah. That's as far as I'd go. I'm not playing him in cash, but as such a good tournament play.
And this was sort of the start we got a couple years ago, where all of a sudden we're like, oh no, play this man forever until he's 8K, and we did, and then he got hurt. I guess we'll see you at the Walker Kessler news.
He's not going to play.
Travel. All right. So again, I play any center versus Boston. So
yeah, we're getting Nurk. No, we're running right back with Nurk.
Yeah, I mean Nurk only played 20 minutes because they got blown out. They might get blown out again. So there's at least
and honestly, I don't know if they want to play Nurk big run. Did you see they dusted off Kevin Love, John? They were playing Nurk and Kevin Love. That your center.
More reason I think Markkanen's in a good spot here.
No, I think Utah just without Kessler looks good in general, Nurk included. Mm-hmm. I do want to circle back just quickly. Gobert Oh, Sabonis is interesting. 8,900 is a crazy price tag. I do think Rudy is just going to not. He's not obviously offensively gifted, but it's just one of those spots where any miss is potentially a putback for Rudy Gobert, just given how Brooklyn just doesn't care. I wouldn't make it a priority, but I like Rudy Gobert here. Can't play Miles Turner. I like Nick Claxton. Has been very good for Brooklyn the last few games. 36 and 42 fantasy points. The minutes have been trending up for Nick Claxton as well. So, I think 5,600 is a pretty good price tag. You mentioned Naz Reid at power forward. We didn't really talk about him.
Yeah.
It's impossible to play anything Minnesota not their starting five. They just aren't playing people. They're not playing Reed a lot of minutes. They're not playing Terrence Shannon any minutes. They're giving Bones Highland and Rob Dillingham like some minutes, and like Jalen Clark. It's impossible to play these people, and like it's impossible to play Naz Reid at 55. I would love to play Naz Reid in this spot. It's an appropriate price, because the player is good. But how can you want to play Naz Reid at 5,500?
You're really not. I like the Claxton because he's getting the minutes finally. Like,
Getting the minutes.
Anybody else that you'd run down here?
I mean, we talked Nurk. I think Nurk looks quite good. Might be okay with playing Gafford if we get like some type of extension.
His minutes disappeared the last 2 games.
Yeah. Nemus. They were playing. Where's our boy Garza? They were giving Boucher. I thought the Boucher stuff was hilarious.
They did.
They were giving Boucher every time he stepped on the floor. I just watched Şengün. We got a Şengün switch and then a Şengün foul and then free throws. And then
4 fouls
every time Boucher was on the floor.
Luka only played 15 minutes, so they basically just 3-man the center spot in that game. 15 Boucher, 15 Luka.
I think they played. Yeah, they didn't play Tillman in this game. They just, I don't know what they were doing, but look, if maybe Utah plays Kevin Love again, Kevin Love had 3, 5, and 5 in 12 minutes. I mean, if it's a more competitive game, would Kevin Love play 18 minutes possibly? And 18 minutes at 3,200? Dude, Kevin Love.
I don't know if it's going to be a more competitive game.
Okay. Is the range of outcome Kevin Love getting 18 minutes?
I guess so. We haven't seen it, but I guess so.
We haven't seen him play until tonight. I'm just no. Yeah, they
just don't play Adams anymore. They play Capella the other day.
Yeah, they want the they like the Okogie lineup.
Yeah. So. All right. Let's get a core build here going.
Quinn Jackson.
Okay.
Taylor Hendricks.
We're going.
And then there was someone else that we had talked about that's going to be popular.
Jaylen Brown's 83.
I mean, I really like Julius Randle. There's probably higher ceilings on guys than Randle, but he has been so good.
Okay. Who's our spend up? Giannis, Cade, or Jokic?
Or do we do fair and balance?
Fair and balance on it?
I mean, I don't know. What would Cade put us at if we played Cade?
$5,800. So very doable.
In the guards, put him in the guard spot. Yeah. Just sweet.
Can you Claxton at 56 down here?
Yeah, and then maybe leave the rest, or Nurk.
And Nurk definitely doesn't need to be there for a long time, so that's fine. 6,100. Jackson, Hendricks, Randall, Nurk, Cunningham, and then shooting guard, forward, util for everybody. I mean, I guess we could just do this. We'll just do this. It's because
QJ, yeah, you can play.
All right. There it is. 6,100 guard forward util full line will be in the Discord. It will be live at 5 o'clock Eastern time again to get you guys ready for this main slate with all the latest lineup news and all the good stuff for that. Ownership playbook will be out. We'll answer your questions and we'll get you ready to make some money here on a Monday. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.